Are you ready?
We are. I'm already recording it.
Oh. Oh, we're already recording. Okay. Well, we're live then. Hi.
Welcome, friends, from a long hiatus. We're all grown-ass adults, and we all have work lives.
New jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no job.
Yeah.
We can fix it.
Yeah. We'll fix that.
Drinking health.
We're gonna break bad. That's what we're gonna do.
We're coming back to our roots, which was the original Bottom Shelf Project rules of a full-size bottle of liquor, $20 or less. And today's offering is Lang's blended whiskey, blended Scotch whiskey, the Smooth and Mellow Harmonious Blend.
A rich blend of domestic and Turkish tobacco.
Now,
that's Camel cigarettes.
Yeah.
At one time, blended Scotch used to be the catch-all for every shitty Scotch that was out there. If it was bad Scotch, it was blended Scotch. But that's really changed. There's some blended Scotches that have been fantastic. Some of them are inexpensive too. This one
comes to mind.
Yeah. This one is supposed to be lightly citrus with fruity and spicy notes on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little bit of information about the makers that we don't care about.
Yeah, we don't care about that. We'll share that information if this is up to par.
And being the typical middle-aged Scotch aficionado, I prefer to try it neat.
Yup, the way God intended. When they invented Scotch, did they have ice cubes? I don't think so.
Really? You don't think
Not
they
unless there was
ice out of
unless
it?
there was a snow.
Oh, that's what I mean.
You didn't have like a, click. Go to the bar
They
and
were
fetch me
fancy.
some.
They were
Yeah.
fancy.
So no Glencairn, but
It doesn't hurt to smell it. That's always appreciated.
it is a little light, a little citrus on the nose.
Yeah,
A little ethanol forward, but I don't know if
Yeah.
it's the glass or me just digging in real deep to try and get nose. Puffing this like it was
Upping it.
Superman.
It's not high school anymore.
Begin the
Carrie, you shouldn't do
huffing.
that.
It does. I'm not appalled by this. I'm going in.
As you can't tell, Kelly is not a fan of whiskey of any kind.
So
That
what
is
you
neither
Smooth.
smooth nor mellow.
and to me that was like too smooth and not exactly mellow, but not exactly
My
evil.
eyes are watering.
This is almost like a buttery lime Kool-Aid to me.
Yeah.
No.
This is more friendly than an Irish whiskey. It's a dolphin. The phrase dolphin smooth comes to mind, and I mean that in the not exactly good way. Like, it's okay, there's no personality to it. I bet it would make a decent Irish coffee though, I think.
I'm thinking this is a good blending Scotch for cocktails.
Yeah, for cocktails. This would be good for cocktails.
I would not mind sipping this neat if I were on a budget. Now, it is not what most people think. It's not what most people are going to think of when they think of Scotch, because there's no smoke, there's no peat, there's no brine.
None.
It tastes closer to an Irish than it does.
It does. It tastes closer to an Irish whiskey.
Now, there are no real butter notes. It's just
It's got the mouthfeel of a lesser expensive Irish. Like if you went down from Jameson's. I mean, because Jameson's okay. Jameson's is like rock solid.
Jameson Powers.
Yeah.
Now, I'd had this in the cargo area of my car for a while, so the bottle was originally kind of hot. I don't think that impacted the flavor. However, we had originally thought about maybe pouring this over some ice, and I think this is one that would stand up to a little bit of ice. I don't have my bar accoutrement.
There is more of a ethanol kind of a thing on the
Yeah,
back
it's like
end.
drinking fire.
It is a younger Scotch. You can tell it hasn't been aged very long. There is no age statement on the bottle, so we don't know anything about how old it was.
And you can tell Kelly never drank the Italian stuff that we suffered through, because this is level 1, and the Italian stuff was like level 97.
And this is actually a product of Scotland, though, so that's all.
It has to be for it to be Scotch.
Yeah.
And there are other legal requirements for Scotch that I can't think of off the top of my head.
Well, it's confusing because this is
It's
whiskey.
got to put hair on your chest.
All Scotch is whiskey, but not all whiskey is Scotch.
Yeah.
Also,
I still think it'd be a good blender. It would probably make a fine rusty nail.
Yep.
Mm.
I might even make an okay old fashioned.
It would
Ish.
probably be pretty good as a
Now it wouldn't make the
highball.
Yeah, it would. It would make a very good highball. That would make a good highball.
That is reminiscent to me of a more full-bodied version of Suntory Toki.
Yeah, exactly.
The-
And Suntory, the yellow label
Yes.
Suntory is what they make most of the highballs out of in Japan. So, if you want a good highball, a slice of lemon, and especially because does have citrus.
It does. It
note
does.
to it.
Citrusy
You
note.
drop the lemon in it
I think
to make a highball. I think it would make a really nice. In fact, if you have lemons,
I do not.
dang.
I don't even have lemon juice or lemonade.
No, I would never make a highball with lemon juice unless I was like.
I mean, hell, if you wanted to go really old school redneck, you could mix this with like a lemon lime soda. And it
Yeah, you can do that. You can make like a 7 and 7 with that.
Yeah.
Although it would be 7 and Langs, but whatever.
I don't hate it.
No, I don't hate it. It's okay. It's all right.
And this is something that surprises me on the bottle. This is not that low octane. It's 43%.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
So it's not the absolute minimum either.
No, there's a warmth that comes from it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I like about Scotch. It kind of gives your soul a hug if it's a good Scotch.
If it's a
That
good
little warmth right there.
This felt more like a backhand slap, but sure.
How you doing?
God forbid we ever find a good, strong budget Isla
Oh,
and get her to drink it.
that's
I think it would just flay the skin right off your body.
It would look like a Raiders of the Lost Ark kind of moment.
No.
Yeah, it would just immediately turn you into the colossal titan. Which is kind of funny because John and I absolutely love Isla Scotches, but
I love them.
I don't know what I would categorize this as. Maybe a Speyside, but it doesn't really have those sea salt
No.
notes.
Here's what it is. It's a blended whiskey.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yep. And it doesn't say anything about what kind of oak casks. So I'm assuming it's just your standard second fill bourbon casks.
Yep.
It doesn't have an awful lot of character. It's got the citrus notes, a little bit of black pepper on the back end. It's got a good mouthfeel. I like the fact that it's not watery.
No, it's not watery, but it's not full bodied either.
No.
No, I feel like
It's
it's mild,
it's
and
okay,
if you're
it's
not
mild.
a fan of the flavor of Scotch whiskey, that you could hide the flavor and still get the booziness.
Yeah. The 43%. Again, I think that positioned well to be a mixer. Matter of fact, Glenmorangie just came out with a Scotch, the Glenmorangie X, that they say was specifically designed to be a mixer for their line, and it's at least expensive. And it's probably $20 more than this, and I would hazard to guess that it's not that much different. So yeah, so there you go. Mixer Scotch, $12 total line. Maybe cheaper in other areas, maybe a little bit more expensive, but I can't see this being much more than about 15.
Yeah.
So good on you, Langs.
Good job.
Yeah, good job.
Solid.
And until next time.